The bells of Hollowmere.
The village of Hollowmere had no church, no town hall, and no mayor.
What it did have was a tower, a solitary stone pillar that rose from the centre square.
Older than any cottage around it.
At the top hung a single bronze bell, darkened with age.
No one remembered who built it, nor when it was last rung.
The villagers believed the bell told only of its own will.
And whenever it did, misfortune followed. An old tale whispered that it rang for those about to die.
Another claimed it warned of things yet unseen.
Yet for 30 years,
The bell had been silent, gathering mass.
forgotten in its height. One autumn evening, as Hollowmere's market was closing and villagers packed away their goods,
The bell stirred. The air thickened, heavy with the metallic tang of rain, though the skies were clear. Then gong, a single low note rolled across the cobbles. Every head turned upward. The bell swayed though no wind stirred.
children hid behind their mothers' skirts, and old men gripped their canes tighter.
Silence followed, but the dread lingered like smoke. That night, a storm struck. The river, usually calm, rose in a furious tide, washing over its banks and tearing away the bridge that linked
Hollowmere to the road beyond. When morning came, the villagers stood staring at the broken timbers. The bell wanders, muttered the baker's wife.
It still protects Hollowmere.
But not all agreed. Rowan, the blacksmith's son, had been nearest the tower when the bell rang.
He swore he'd heard more than a note. He had heard whispers beneath the sound, voices twisting through the air like smoke.
They called his name. As nights passed, Rowan could not sleep.
The bell's shape filled his dreams, glowing like a coal. On the 7th night, he rose and climbed the tower steps.
Though each creaked as if to protest his weight.
At the top, he reached out, hand trembling, to touch the cold bronze.
The bell swung, not by his push, but by its own will. Its voice thundered through the night, louder than ever before. And once again, Rowan heard the whispers. But this time he understood.
They were not warnings, they were summons. By dawn, Rowan was gone. His cottage stood empty, bed unmade, hearth still warm.
No one saw where he went.
But every so often, when mist rolls in from the river,
villagers swear they hear two bells now tolling in the tower.
one old, one newly forged, answering each other across the silence. And Hollowmere listens, waiting for what comes next.